All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Saturday. Going to be a good one today. It's been a good week in the cave here. Heard a song yesterday, got me thinking, and we already did an episode on it, so I don't need to cover it today. But every once in a while, you hear a song that maybe you've been hearing, like, basically your whole life, and that you're fine with, or just all right with, or you like it, but you would maybe never play it. And this came on, and for whatever reason, I just turned it up, and I was like, man, this is a great song. You had to stop and think about that for a minute. Just like, there's nothing not to like about this song, and I probably like this song more now than I ever have, but I never didn't like it. And that was Sweet's Ballroom Blitz, covered by so many bands. And there is a reason for that. It is just a great song. I mean, there's a lot of different versions out there, but this version by Sweet, I heard it yesterday, and I was just like, oh, wow, just turned it up. And it was just so good. So if you haven't heard Sweet's Ballroom Blitz in a while, play that today. So what are we talking about today? We are going back for the 45th anniversary, May 21st, 1976, Blue Oyster Cult, BOC. They drop their fourth album. Their fourth albums. And this was a huge record, right? Agents of Fortune, just an amazing record. These guys are out of Stony Brook, New York. 25 million records sold. And this one went platinum, went to number 29 on the album charts, number 12 single, which we'll talk about in a minute. But this is notable because every single original member of the band sang lead on at least one track on this record, the only time they did that. There's a lot to like here. I mean, remember, this is smack in the middle of prog rock, hard rock, a little bit of metal going on out there, early punk rock. That's what they describe this very first track. This Ain't the Summer of Love is kind of like a mixture of all of those things, but the rest of the album is certainly not like that. The rest of the album is more like just good old rock and roll, pop, arena rock, whatever you want to call it. But this is a solid effort for this band. Rolling Stone magazine went so far as to say, this is a startlingly excellent album because one does not expect Blue Oyster Cult to sound like this. Loud but calm, manic but confident, melodic but rocking. That's like the biggest compliment Rolling Stone magazine has ever given to any record. That's a good one, right? I like that. So, this is basically a manifesto is what I read, a manifesto for 70s rock, heavy metal, prog rock, whatever you want to call it. But this is some really, really good stuff. Once this album came out, that's when the live show started picking up for them. That's how popular this was. But remember, when they did live shows, they would also tour as the Soft White Underbelly, which I remember reading about them playing Toad's Place as Soft White Underbelly as a surprise to try to work through some of their sets and everything. A lot of tracks to like on here. This Ain't the Summer of Love is certainly a lot going on there. That kicks off the record. Don't Fear the Reaper, we'll talk about that in a second. ETI, that's your song to dig deep into if you want to hear a song. ETI is a song that I just loved very early on as a kid. I remember liking that in the late 70s, early 80s. So that's a song that really spoke to me. I think the live version is the one that I used to listen to. The Revenge of Vera Gemini, that's Patti Smith on vocals, the Patti Smith who also helped do some writing on this record. Sinful Love, Tattoo Vampire, Tenderloin, Debbie Denise, that's a good one. That's another rocker. Again, this is a great, solid record. They put out some other records, didn't do as well. They wouldn't put out something as consistent until 1981's Fire of Unknown Origin. But your song of the day, we skipped over that. I Got a Fever. And there's only one prescription. That's More Cowbell. Yes, we're talking Don't Fear the Reaper. Of course, that's your song of the day. That's your number 12 single. Never get tired of this song. All over rock and roll radio, obviously, but then that Saturday Night Live skit just put it over the top. I'm Bruce Dickinson. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like the rest of you, except once I have my pants on, I make gold records. Really explore the studio space. Everyone knows all this stuff. Anyway, classic SNL. You can never hear this song the same way now that you know that about the cowbell. And I agree, cowbell makes a great song. We'd already did our top 10 cowbell songs in season 1. So anyway, your song of the day, 5 minutes we're in. So your song of the day is Don't Fear the Reaper, Blue Oyster Cult, 45th anniversary. Enjoy it. Take me out with some more cowbell. Have a good one, and as usual, I'll see you on the flip side.